me. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry, gonna cry, gonna cry. Chasing the highs, yeah, the highs, yeah, the highs. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's Coach Desi again. Hey. I am back live and I decided to jump on in here earlier in the day because I got stuff to do later on and I will not be able to be on here live tonight. So, welcome. I'm going to give Facebook some time to do what the algorithm does. And in the meantime, I'm also going to allow for this amazing technology to let y'all know that I am live and let the people know. So while you're waiting, please make sure that you hit the button. Let me know that you're live, and that way I can see your name and I can address you by name and we can have some fun interacting for the next few minutes. So welcome to hanging out with me for a few minutes. If you see anything behind me, my daughter is already ready for Christmas. I know we're not there yet. The retailers would tell you otherwise. She is so ready for her favorite time of the year. She can skip everything else except for her birthday. Birthday and Christmas, they go together. So she's ready. So you can see right here. Merry Christmas. She's ready. She's ready for Christmas. So welcome. I wanted to talk to you about something that is going to be super fun. So if this is your first time checking me out, I have been away from doing live video for a very long time. It has been a while since I have done so, and I have, to be honest with you, I've kind of missed it. I've missed having fun in this space. I missed how fun talking to you all live has been. So we're back on Facebook. Let's see what you're doing. And today I'm going to be talking to you about looking at what is and how looking at what is can make you miss what's possible. How looking at what is can make you miss what's possible. So I see someone giving me a thumbs up. Just say hello in the chat. That way I can see your name. Say hello. Let me know where in the world you are joining me from. That would be super awesome. That would be awesome and incredible. I am Coach Desi. I am a leadership development and growth coach. I help people, leaders, become better. Hey, okay. Oluwatosin, is that how you say your name, my friend? Or can I just say Tosin? You tell me how to say it, but hello from the motherland, from Nigeria. Welcome, my friend. It's so good to see you on here. Thank you for joining me. Glad to have you. Please share this video. I think this is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to be talking about how sometimes the things that we can see that's right in front of us and our potential, how we can miss things, how we can really miss when life is doing what it does and the angst of life and not tuning into our our potential and what God has given us, and we can really, really miss it. And the next thing you know, what we really want and what we say that we want and how we really should and need to get to where we want to go seems so far away when it really isn't. So there's a lot to unpack there. I don't have a lot of time to do so. So let me just go ahead and jump into it. There are many of us that are only living our lives at a fraction of our potential. Seriously. We're living at a fraction of what we're truly, truly, truly made out of. What we are truly made out of, we only know a little bit of what we're made out of. We'll focus on the areas of what we need to fix as opposed to the areas that we are strong in. We'll focus on the things that we need to shore up instead of the areas that we are naturally gifted in, so that we can so that we the things that we are inherently that we can do inherently well, as opposed to the areas that we struggle in that do not come naturally to us. And instead of looking at what we will do, let me put it this way, we'll peak right below the surface, and then we won't go any deeper. Now, I'm saying that that's many of us. I'm saying that that is many of us. That's not all of us. There are many people that do that. And in order for those of us that would dare to dig deeper, it would be a challenge. It would challenge us to face ourselves and to ask questions of ourselves that would require us to peel back layers, that would help us to look ourselves square in the eye and say, okay, you know what? Hey, you're worthy of more. You know, when I say a fractional life, what I'm talking about is when we say to ourselves, you know what, I would really love to have what I would really love to have is this type of career. And we share that with people that we know, like, trust, and they say, what, are you crazy? Or we say, oh, I would love to own my own business, and they're like, you know what, who do you think you are? You don't know the slightest thing about running a business. You don't own a business. Are you nuts? Or I would love to have this type of love in my life. And they say, wait, you're divorced twice. Like, are you serious? You're a single parent. Who's going to want you? Like, there are things that it may not even be people externally. There might be self-talk that we are engaging with ourselves. This internal dialogue that we have that continues to have endless chatter. Um, a joyful love life, a family, a blissful family. Like, what? That doesn't exist. Look at today. If you're here in America and you read all the headlines, the biggest headline right now is about, Jada and Will Smith, and how, for the since 2016 they have actually been separated. They're not really together, blah blah blah. And we hear about what's happening with celebrities, and we're like, oh, well, we're not surprised. What appeared to ring across the nation with this slap, was he really defending her honor? What was it really like? What was being portrayed on the front end? It wasn't this, it was that. It couldn't possibly be. Who do you think you are? How could you possibly have what you desire that you want to have? Or financial freedom. I would like to earn X number of dollars. How could you possibly want to have this type of client that you could make X number of dollars when you've never had this type of client that's paid you this number of dollars? If you've never had a client that's paid you $100, how could you want a $10,000 client? Fractional, pieces, potential. Looking at what is versus what can be. Let's see here. I like that. I like that. We all need to learn to enjoy the gift of present, maximize the growth and opportunities in today while we prepare ourselves for the future. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we need to dare to dig deeper. And that's exactly where I'm going. When it comes to living at our highest potential, there's something really funny that happens when we look at what is in front of us today, and when we look at what is versus what can be, and self-doubt comes in. And what happens in our minds and in our hearts, and how we see things, and then what that then translates into the decisions that we make and the actions that we take. There's a funny thing that happens because doubt can take a hold of a person, and it can really just get this vice grip. And as much as some may try, that vice grip, even though there's nothing physically there, there's nothing physically there holding a person back, that vice grip on here has stopped many a person. I'm sure you guys have well, I'm not sure, but let me just share it this way. There's this cartoon that I've seen where an elephant is a big burly elephant is tied to a little chair, and um, they're tied to the chair, and apparently the elephant's been conditioned to uh, to think that it's tied and it's bound to this chair, and a mouse comes up, and it's afraid of the mouse, and so when the mouse comes up, it cannot run anywhere because it believes that it's bound. This big burly elephant is scared of this tiny little mouse, but because it's tied to this plastic chair, as big as it is, it's afraid that it can't move. The thoughts that we think, the way that doubt can have a grip on our minds, and the thoughts that vice grip are those thoughts, the doubt that creeps in that says, hey, you know what? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to believe that you can possibly fill in the blank? Who do you think you are? Now, when that's coming from the outside, sometimes we can navigate ourselves around that. We can touch and feel people. It may hurt, but we can touch and feel people if we learn how to not internalize that. But that vice grip, when we internalize those words and we put emotion to it, that vice grip of doubt can really affect how we view ourselves and how we then even determine our potential. What we do with it, if we even have it, if we think about it. And at some point in time, we get to choose either to move forward in growth or backwards into what's comfortable. It's a choice that we daily get to make on whether we're going to move forward into growth or backwards into safety. There's no other way around it. And there's one word. If there's nothing else that you hear me say, there's one word, there's one operative word in that entire thing, and that is choice. You get to choose. I get to choose every single day. I get to choose to discover what I am made out of today. What will I choose today? Who will I choose to be today? How will I show up today? What will I look at today to conquer today, so that vice grip of doubt and the question of, okay, what is that's making me forget what's possible today? Y'all, listen, I love the way that my coach, my coaching mentor, uh, she she puts it this way. Um, when I'm not walking in my divine purpose, the success that I acquire, that I achieve, is empty. If I am not divinely aligned in my divine purpose, what I was put on this earth to do, success is empty. It is fleeting. It's empty. And here's the other thing, when we're talking about potential, it's not something that is like, woo woo or, mysterious, like you've got to go to some sort of mystical place in order to find out, oh, my path in life is just this la la place that I'm going to mysteriously find who I'm supposed to be. And it's not that. It is not that at all. It's not a mystery. Last night I talked about, when you listen to your life, who what you are made out of, what you and I are made out of, there are hints that are placed in your life, in our lives. There are hints. You've been given unique gifts, talents, and abilities that you and I have been given to bring into this world. There are things that you have been placed with, that have come from your failures, that have come from the challenges that you've experienced, that have come from the trials, that have come from the tribulations, that have come from the successes, that have come from the choices, that have come from all of the things that you've experienced. They've all come from these different places, and they're yours. It's not a mystery. They're yours. They're what you've gone through. They're what you've experienced. It's not something that you've got to go and, oh, I've got to go and and figure out, go into this mysterious dark place. Now, let me pull back a little bit. What I'm not saying is that, I'm not saying that you don't need to get alone and talk with, you know, talk with the creator, and whatever your background and whatever your belief is, your your spiritual guidance that you need for yourself. I'm not saying that you don't need to go there. What I am saying is that sometimes we do need to get alone in order to, and get into some quiet solitude in order to figure out those things. Like, I'm one of these people who, I don't like those questions of, oh, so tell me what you're good at. I don't, because there's a lot of things that I love to do, and there's a lot of things I like. I'm multifaceted, but I know that at my core there are many. But to be able to um, write them down on the list, it's kind of frustrating. It frustrates me, right? Um, but they're not a mystery. It's not a mystery to me. But the things that you're good at, that you do effortlessly, they're not a mystery to you either. They're not a mystery to you. And when you listen to your life, when you make the decision, when we, not you, not pointing the finger at you, but when we make the decision to listen to our life and we take steps to listen, we will be guided clearly to do what's next. To do what's next. And we've got to be willing, like Oluwatosin is saying, dare to dig deeper. Listening. And it's not just a surface listening either. It's daring to listen just a little bit deeper and get that audible, and then taking action. So here's your challenge for today. Your challenge for today is, for the rest of today, because it is midday here in on the West Coast in the United States. So the challenge for today is to listen, write down 3 things that you're really, really good at. Just 3. Just write down 3 things that you're really good at. And then write down 3 things that today you woke up saying, ah, ugh, these are bothering me. I'm facing these things today. They're making me forget that these are the 3 things that I'm really good at. These are the 3 things that really come naturally to me. Because these 3 things, these 3 strengths that come naturally to you, those 3 things are your God-given, those are your God-given powers. And I bet you somewhere along the line in those 3 strengths, they can help you to figure out what these 3 challenges need to be overcome. Everything that we need has already been provided inside of us. In every experience, every situation, every circumstance, we've got what we need. All right? So, thank you for hanging out with me for the past several minutes. I appreciate you, and I'll see you again. I'll be back. All right. See you tomorrow.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah.